Hello, everybody. So sorry. I don't know why they got Minion's thing up, but this is not Minion. This is me. So sorry I'm late. StreamYard wouldn't adapt to my browser, so I had to use another browser and had to go in and verify everything with that browser for it to accept StreamYard so I could come live. So I'm trying to figure out how I could get my picture on here, so bear with me. But in the meantime, hello, everybody. My topic for tonight is about our Miss Cassandra Hopkins Jordan. And I know everybody's probably tired of talking about her, but we're going to talk about her anyway. We're going to discuss her little plans. Well, I see that she has been going after Minion with opinion, and she has to understand when you deal with YouTubers and you go after one YouTuber, you go after all the YouTubers. So when you go after Cooking with Frank, Minion with Opinion, all the other YouTubers, all in the queue, any of those that you choose to go after Miss Cassandra, then you know all of the YouTubers gonna come for you. So when you said F around and find out where you about to F around and find out when you come after one of our YouTubers. When you come after one, you have to come after everybody. And we don't play that. We don't like it when you try to be a bully. Now you sit back and you talk about how you don't like how people disrespect people and talk down to people, and it's just a campaign race, and it's just for a position. But you took it personal, and so now you don't took it to a point that you taking it personal, and then when you do something to somebody else, they don't supposed to do it back to you. So you can get on live and you can cuss people out, or you can talk down to people or talk nasty to people, and it's supposed to be fine because you doing it. But when it comes back at you, then you want to get up here with all this misinformation. Then you want to get up here and not one time did you say alleged. You just straight out accuse everybody. You didn't even do your research on certain things. And then you think that we're not going to do our research on you. And then you step back and remember, you never said allegedly that they was corrupt, the trustees of Dalton. You never one time say the House allegedly did this or did that. You just straight out called accused them of being corrupt and corrupt politicians and corrupt people. And if I forget that you did call House the devil, so I thought about that thing. So you did a video where you said that you put up a picture of one of our YouTubers, and you said they were stalking you. Well, you said it was a black SUV. Did you see the dog at the end of the street that was a warlock? 'Cause remember in your dream, in your sermon, you said you jumped on the hood of a car that was an SUV, and you told the driver to drive, and the driver just looked at the dog, and you were telling the driver to drive, and you saw that the dog was a warlock. Well, you know, from what I know about history of those that I was told, and the research of movies and research a documentary about warlocks and witches, that warlocks only come after witches. So was he going after the man, or was he coming after you? And if he was coming after you and you told the man to run over the dog to get away from him, then that means that that warlock was after you. Because the man was just sitting there. He wasn't going to go nowhere. You wanted to get rid of the warlock. So now this person followed you around in a black SUV while you was walking. So was that person a man in that vehicle? And did you go jump on the hood of that truck? And did you see the dog at the end of the street with the warlock? Oh, I was just asking the question. That was one. Number two, you put on your flyer than you have for a man that you did 10 years of military. But then when you got live on Regina Wardrows and you said you had 4 years active duty and 2 years reserve. 4 and 2 added to 6 to me. So what happened to the other 4 years? Then you was talking about you put on your page about two people that was on just somebody's blog or somebody's YouTube, and you showed a picture of them and said that they were racist because they said something about a black woman. Well, you said something about a black woman because you call her a hoe. So what make you different from those people? Because you didn't respect her and she's the elder. And you called her a hoe and you said you would smack a hoe. I don't care how old you get. So you want to call other people racist and you know nothing about them, but you call her a hoe and know nothing about her. Then when she asked you to tell about yourself, Regina, you said everything but a child of God. Well, the last I knew, when a person become a pastor of a church, that means they oversee a flock. So it's two ways of becoming a pastor of a church. Maybe three. You might have a different method. I know one was ordained. You had to be ordained. And after you ordained, then it's because you had a calling from God. Or you could go out here and go to school and get a certificate saying you're a pastor. And that's your choice. So if that's the case, then yeah, you could cut it off any given time because now you can go out here and cuss people out, threaten to smack them and all kind of stuff. See, then you don't have no, you're not obligated to God because, see, I always thought when you ordained and you're a pastor, you're over a flock. And you just can't turn off being a minister at any given time if you ordain. Now, that's just my observation. And that's all the teaching of the years I've been in churches. And I know there's different denominations, but most of them are ordained. There's pastors of a church. You got your non-denomination, you got your denominationals. And from what I got from all the pastors, they're ordained. And it was a calling from God. And from what I got, a pastor can maybe go on reserve, but then they quit it altogether. So not one time have you said that I'm a child of God. So that made me go, you're everything else but a child of God. So if I read my Bible right, did it say that if you deny me before man, I deny you? So how you going to preach to somebody when you denying God? Because you have not one time acknowledged God in nothing. But yet, he acknowledging you because you still have life, breath, and you're able to walk around and talk, and you're still above ground. But you ain't acknowledging God before man. So that made me go, again. Now you point fingers at everybody, and everybody crooked, everybody stupid, everybody one paycheck from being homeless. But then when people pull out your dirt, because you got to remember, when you point finger, you got three fingers pointing back at you and a thumb. So while you point that one finger to everybody else, there's three fingers and a thumb pointing back at you. So now that people are pulling your information, you upset. But then you say you have receipts on everybody, and you can pull out your receipts, but they're supposed to pull it on you. Only you can have the receipts to threaten somebody. But nobody can show receipts on you. So we YouTubers are not as dumb as you think we are. We're quite intelligent. So I just wanted to kind of put a bug in everybody's ear because we. I don't know if you ever thought about what a village is all about. A village is a group or community of people that comes together as one. That's why they call them a village. That's why you have the Indians that got a village. That's why you have certain areas that have a village. They're their own little entity, and they work together as a group. So you got to remember you in that village, and you want, and then you want people to accept you, but you push your people away. So I want to know how that's working for you. Then I got the aha moment. Figured it out. Your business prospects are people that come there and buy up the houses. That's why you're showing all these houses. So you figured if you become the mayor, you can get all the information about all those abandoned houses and buildings. Tell your business prospectors how much they cost, how much the taxes are on it, what's wrong with the buildings, see if they're interested in buying it up. Then you can get your little cut off of it. So the reason you say if you don't become mayor, then they're not coming there. They're not coming there because you ain't gonna get your cut if they did come there and try to help the community. So you really don't want to help the community. You just want to help your pocket. But see, you didn't think we could figure it out. We didn't put two and two together. Because I'm like, you kept saying, look, I could care less if I become mayor or not. Because by that time, you figure you got some prospects to come in, check out the area after you showed your little video of all the abandoned houses and the condition they in and which ones they might want to buy up or get you to go check out for them and do your research so they could come buy up the houses and then you can get your kickback. So see, us YouTubers and the Dalton people ain't that dumb as you think we are. Now, I'm just giving you a little 411, let you know that we watching you, just like you watching us. You know, you said that thank you, thank us for watching your videos. You know you're a business person, you make your money. Well, most of the YouTubers make their money off of you too. So you're not the only one making money, and you're not the only one being a business person. But see, the only thing is, some of these well-known YouTubers have people that follow them from all over the United States, all over the world. So your attitude ain't only for you there in Dalton. Your attitude is all over the world because different YouTubers don't live right there in Dalton. You keep talking about us YouTubers in Dalton. A lot of us don't live in Dalton. We live in other states, other cities, other countries, and you showing us everything that we need to know about you. Now, the problem you might want to think about, these investors, if some people that invest with them know you and they see these videos that's out here in the clouds, you took yours down, don't mean it's gone. It's still in the clouds. Do you think they'd be willing to invest with you if some of their clients decide to pull out? See, sometimes you gotta close mouth before you insert foot. And you've been doing a whole lot of inserting foot and haven't even thought about that. Now you might sit back and tell me, you might call me like you said, every name but a child of God. I don't care. It ain't the first time, won't be the last. I'm like you. Don't bother me. I'm just like, oh well, she ain't like me. But I'm just giving you some little pointers. You might want to start keeping your mouth shut like everybody was trying to advise Tiffany before she got where she is now. Because see, sometimes you run your mouth too much and you talk too much and you think you're being smart, sarcastic. And all you're doing is hurting yourself. because now everybody know who Cassandra Hopkins Jordan is. Now you remember you said you had a daughter that was a cop. Now, now that you go in worldwide and statewide and countywide and citywide, how do you think your daughter feel about now that everybody know who her mother is? They might not say it to her, but a lot of them was watching it just to see what her mother would do. See, you think that you showing yourself being somebody high and mighty, but you forgot you got a child. You forgot you got a husband. You forgot you got grandchildren. You forgot you got other family members. You got other people in your life besides you. And sometimes you have to be careful what comes out of your mouth because you don't know what effect or what will trickle down. Another thing, you saying somebody follow you in an SUV while you were walking passing out flyers. Well, first of all, I know for a fact that you one that you accusing don't even live in Dalton. That's all I can tell you. Now, you want to know more? That's on you. Do your investigation. Do your thing. But they don't even live in the state of Illinois. So, that's not possible. So, now you're accusing somebody and having people think that this man is stalking you and trying to do some harm to you. No, boo boo. You better worry about the ones where you laying your head at around in that community. It's not just Dalton. You got the townships too. And some people got families someplace, not just in Dalton. So see, you got to be careful who you threaten on the internet. Because some people got big families, some people got small families. Some people, family members, some of them, you got a few of them, they're not wrapped too tight. So you got to be careful who you go out here threatening and calling name by name. Because some family members don't take that too kindly. And some of them country folks say they don't take it too kindly. So you don't know who's watching you to see what else you trying to do. Or somebody watching you trying to see why you in their neighborhood, walking around in their neighborhood and they don't know you. Remember, nobody can get in your space. So that means a lot of people in Dalton, the townships, Harvey, they don't know you. And they might be trying to figure out what you're doing in their neighborhood walking around. So they following you to see what's up. So before you go accusing people, get it straight. Second of all, if you look at the video, that's a ring camera. You was on their ring camera. The ring camera gonna pick you up if you go up to the door. Duh. So before you act like you so smart, and you know, I'm not gonna say that you are smart, but you're so smart that you're dumb. That's what I have heard all my life. Sometimes you could be too smart that you end up being dumb. So all I can say to you, Miss Casandra, that you may want to back off running your mouth so much, coming after people, talking down to people, and regroup. Because you got to understand, God don't like ugly. And you know he don't like ugly if you say you're a pastor and you read your Bible. And as some people say, what would Jesus do? Well, I'm going to ask you this. What would God do? I ain't going to ask you what Jesus is going to do. Because Jesus going to back up and he's going to do like the mom and the daddy do. Okay, you want to learn on your own? I done told you. And you want to go out here and do what you want to do? Tell me how it works for you. Now, I don't know Jason's personal background, but I base my facts on what I know about him. And take my word for it, I've done my research. I did my research on the trustees. So far, so good. They've been transparent. And yeah, they was on her ticket. Yeah, they was on Tiffany's ticket. But you can't tell me that you didn't follow somebody that you thought was had it going on. You thought that they were going to be a good pick, and then you find out, oh, that ain't what I signed up to be. I signed up for. I like you and all that, but I got to back out. So, but see, because they was elected, they can't just up and walk out because they still got a job to do. Just like she could have got up and walked out. Tiffany could have got up and walked out. But she had a job to do, and she did the job that she wanted to do. They were still fighting with her to try to get everything in order. So, if you really want to know the facts, that's what the computer is for. Do a FOIA, like the rest of us YouTubers did. We did a FOIA. We got all the information we want without going behind somebody telling us something because they have alternative motive. Then you tell Regina that you had homeless people in your house. When you knocked on the people's door, they invited you in. But then less than about a month later, you were telling nobody get in your personal space. Get in your personal space. They'll find out. They don't want to find out because you don't want to go there. So which is it? You're friendly? Are you Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde? No, you ain't Mr. or nothing. Are you Mrs. Jekyll or Mrs. Hyde? Which one are you? Because you sound bipolar. Look like you done missed, you a cup of beer short of a six pack. Now, I wasn't going to go in on you like that, but I had a little, kind of tired of you with your mouth. Because, see, one thing I was raised to do is respect my elders. And I don't know none of those elders there in Dalton, but I know one thing. If I ever visit Dalton, they would get my utmost respect. And sometimes elder people can come off a little harsh because they don't, they used to one way of talking. And if you raised right, they didn't mean no harm. So you got to remember one day you're going to be an elder. And you're going to want somebody to respect you as an elder. So you need to start practicing what you preach. And yeah, we're gonna smack you around for a while. Or we're gonna give you hell because you brought yourself out there. And see, when you started attacking us, and we hadn't even gone there for you yet, now you open the door. And if you thought that because we went after Timmy, we won't go, and Kamal, and anybody else, we won't go after you. Just like we went after Jason, laughing at him about the way he danced. But you don't see Jason getting on his Facebook page and fussing and cussing everybody out. I'm like, woman, look, this is point blank. Just go ahead and tell everybody that your investors are real estate. And they come in there to try to buy up some houses, to flip houses, break you off some money, and you go on into your little weary land. But instead of you being honest, that's why you ain't got no plans, because that's your only plan. It's dealing with your investors and buying up homes. You ain't got no plan besides bringing up whatever they pay Dalton, you get your cut. So you ain't no better than Tiffany. So you can't say nothing about nobody being out here stealing, robbing, or doing anything else, because you just as calculus as anybody else. You just didn't think nobody would figure it out because you still in your little warped brain think that everybody's stupid. But we're not. We're not stupid. We're quite educated. We're quite intelligent. If you sat down and talked to some of them that you feel you don't like, you might find out that they're really educated people. Just like you say, if they sat down and talked with you, they get to know you that you're a really nice person, cool person. If you sat down with some of them doctor people, maybe you find out they're cool too. But see, this is what gets me is you had your little talk with certain people, but then when the house looked at you or the trustees looked at you, they only looked at you. That's what gets me. They only looked at you. They didn't say nothing, but one person said something, but because that one person said something, everybody else would condemn. See, we ain't got to go through all of them. We can only go through you. Because, see, everybody was trying to talk to you, but you're unapproachable. Then you're rude, even though you don't think you are. But we don't forget about the night that you was on Martin's show and you talked over everybody, talked down to everybody, bragged about all the houses you have, and then think nobody gonna do research on you after you got rude and nasty to people on the show. People love Martin G. And when you got on there, you disrespected his life with your spewing your evil. As you say, everybody's spewing their evil. You spew evil too. You spew evil too. So don't sit back and act like you're a saint, because you're not. Everybody have problems. Everybody have issues. Everybody can spew hate and evil if they choose to. You choose to. But eventually that's going to run out. Oh, I'm not threatening your life, boo. Don't even go up there talking about you're going to call your lawyer. You're going to get that authority. Nobody really care about taking your life, girl, please. Ain't nobody, you ain't that serious. All it is, we just want you to understand. Don't go out here threatening people and don't think that what you say ain't going to come back on you two times. See, the one, as they say, when you dig one ditch, you better dig two. The trap you set may be for you. And right now, you set that trap. So now you got caught in your own trap and you don't know how to handle it. So you want to go out here and attack everybody or start accusing people. Let me explain to you. All the YouTubers that I done met on here and talked with, you not that important. You are fun. You give us content. You make us laugh. You give us the joy of the day to see what else you gonna do. Because Tiffany gone and by golly you came along and set it off. And we just want to say thank you. We got more content now. So we can keep our page going a little longer. Oh, by the way, while I'm on here, please like and share. And if you have any support for me, for my channel, you can see right down there in the banner, my Cash App. I'm not monetary yet to get the other things, but I want to thank everybody for being on here to support me. But I had to get it off me because I care about my YouTubers. I care about Dalton. I care about the township. I met some beautiful people through Tiffany. And also, Tiffany taught a lot of us YouTubers to be more conscious in our neighborhood with our electors, with our mayors or senators or whatever, and be more involved in our community in regards to the laws and how they are written and how they are made, and we're learning a lot of what can be done and what we can't, what rights we have. So we want to thank Tiffany for that. And we want to thank the community for letting us be part of their lives and love on them. But you just cannot stand the love that we have. We have love for that community, that village. And they have love for us back. We have talked to so many there that have such sweet hearts. And they have just the sweetest attitudes when you talk to them. But you don't take time out because you just look at them and just seem that that's what they are. And you know what? Somebody like that is miserable. And that's your problem, boo. You miserable. You miserable, boo-boo kitty. You miserable. And so misery love company. So because you misery, you want everybody else to be miserable. But all we doing is praying for you. I'm just giving you some advice. But if you don't take my advice, it ain't, hey, I'm still gonna sleep good at night. Like you say, I'm gonna sleep good at night too. I'm just giving you advice. And if you want to keep running, go ahead, run. But be transparent and tell the truth. You don't really want to be a mayor. You just want to get in that spot so you can find out about the houses. Because that's all you've been showing, the property and the houses, the property and the houses. And you want to bring businesses in there. No, you don't. You want to bring real estate investors in there to come in there and do what they want to do to the village. And you feel that if you become mayor, you can allow them to come in there and do what they want to do to the property. That ain't going to benefit the community. It's going to benefit your investors. So please get off the pot if you ain't going to tell the truth. Now, I'm not going to be on here long. I just had to get that off my chest, everybody. And so I'm going to see if some of you want to join me. Let me see if Missy, you want to join me tonight? Hold on, I'm going to put the link in. Hold on a minute. Okay. Hi, Saint Center. Hi, Miss Regina. If you want to come on, either one of you can come on up and join me.
Hey, sis.
Hey, sis. Welcome, welcome.
Yes,
Well,
yes. How you feeling? Hey, sis.
hi. How you all doing?
Yes,
How,
yes. How you feeling? Yes, I see you had to get it off your chest. How you all doing?
I had to get it off my chest, everyone. I had to get it
Yeah.
off my chest.
Ain't
I'm
nothing
like,
wrong with that.
now she messing with my family. Jason said we was welcome. We was Daltoneers. So we're
You,
Daltons.
you
We're
already
Daltons. So
know.
we Daltons. So hey, he told us we want outsiders. So you can't come at us as YouTubers. We family. As
You already know
as some people, we family now. So when you come at you come at my family, I'm gonna come at you.
it. That's what he said.
And then and then us content creators, we family. You come at one of us, we coming at you too. So
Yeah,
look, so
so
all of us is family.
so did you cover the part um about her apologizing to the lady?
No, I haven't got to that part. Well, Miss Miss Cassandra Hopkins Jordan, we are as a YouTuber, look, as they want to say, YouTuber land. You
Yes.
got your TV on?
Yeah, let me turn it down.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, boo.
Okay, because it's echo, and Regina says she can hear your echo
All right,
from the
is that better?
TV. Is that better, Regina? Put a one in chat. But let me, Miss Cassandra Hopkins, Hopson, Jordan, one of your many alias names. Okay. Okay, we done lost our guest. Let me see, can I get her back? Hold on, everybody. Anybody can use that if they want to come on. If you want to come on and join us.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Simon cut me out. I'm back. I'm back though.
She's back. So, Miss Cassandra Jordan Hopkins, or one of your many names, your many alias, your many aliases. And oh, by the way, you might want to go down there to Cook County Courthouse, kind of take care of those court matters you have down there in Cook County Courthouse. Allegedly, I will be respectful enough to say allegedly. Oh, also allegedly, all your alias names are allegedly. Oh, let me put allegedly. You'll be the pastor allegedly, even though it's on your Facebook page as a flyer for facts. But I'm still gonna say allegedly. You may want to go, and the same way you disrespected her, go back to the same location and apologize to the lady, or go on Dalton Politics, or go on your page and do a live feed and say that you apologize to that lady for disrespecting her. Because that was foul, that was nasty, and that was mean. And again, I say God don't like ugly. Okay, I'm back. So what's up, Missy?
My bad, y'all. I'm back too. Somebody cut my phone. I thought it was gonna knock me out, but it didn't. Yo, I'm just sitting here. I'm about to get myself together.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Saint Center. Saint Center. She got both your names. She got both your names. Saint Center. The Saint one minute and the Sinner next.
Hold on, though. I gotta show you this. I gotta show you. So I had to do this just because I ain't shit. You know I ain't shit. You know I ain't shit.
Yeah.
So I had to do the hot skin jaw and ponytail. You heard me.
Now look at her trying to show off her good look.
Learn how to do the hot skin jaw and ponytail. You heard? You feel?
Yeah, put it in the ponytail. Wait a minute. Look, don't show that super glue around the edges.
I don't have no super glue yet. I need some to do it. Ow.
Man,
I had to do
the
the
super glue.
hairstyle. You heard me. You better be lucky you ain't able to first.
Oh, it looks cute. It looks good.
The hot skin jaw. Girl, I ain't messing with you today.
Yes, you are. You know you like messing with me.
I love you, sis. You know that. Had to do the
I know I love you more. Yeah, you had to do the Hopkins, girl. You had to do the Hopkins.
You better know it.
The
But that
Regina say, "Where
lady
you
is a hot
going?"
mess. She a hot mess. Like she was over here on our channel acting like she was so sincere and so beautiful. And I just want to, oh yes, oh, and we was like, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, "That's a great
We
plan." Yes. Okay. Good luck. Woo 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 woo. And then next thing I know, we had we had
right.
Dr. Jekyll. Next thing we know, Hyde came out from somewhere.
What's that song back in the
It just
day?
came out of the
I
crypt.
see your true colors shining
Love
through.
shining through.
And don't be afraid. The whole tree colors came out like, wait a minute, this is not the same lady. What the fuck? This
I
ain't
said
the same lady.
she came out of the crypt on us. She came out of the
Man,
crypt. You know how the vampire go back into his coffin. She came out of the crypt.
that lady. Mm.
You know,
I don't know if I
she
should
slid
keep
that
on
crypt top
with
over to the side, and she came out like raw.
it like a dungeon dragon.
Yeah, I'm like, woo.
That motherfucker. Mm-mm. That's why I said, like, that
Now,
the devil makes
and
it
I was
hard.
looking at it. Look, I was looking at that video, waiting for her eyes to turn red.
Well, we already know, like you said, she said everything but the child of God. And as you supposed to be a preacher, you ain't never said nothing about God the whole time you was campaigning or doing what you did or doing what you trying to do, walk into people's homes. You never got online and said anything about Jesus or Christ or the Lord or not a damn thing. Everything you said
And
was
my
negative.
and my thing is, God is about love.
Exactly,
God
that's
is
what I'm
about love.
saying. But guess what?
So
The devil is a
look,
liar.
I'm like Tina Turner. Look, I guess she's like Tina Turner. What love got to do with it?
Baby, where is
At
God
least
at in
Tiffany
your
had a
whole week?
look. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. At least Tiffany had a little bit of Whitney Houston in
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
Cause she loved Uncle Maul just like Whitney Houston loved her Bobby Brown. But this thing, yeah, I call you a
Um,
thing. This thing, she's like, it's like, I'm Tina Turner. What love got to do with it?
she gonna think we turned on her. No, you turned on yourself because you never was the person that you called out to be when you jumped on our channel from the first time. The whole time you a
Look,
demon.
right is wrong is wrong.
Straight from the
Look, right is right
pit
and
of
wrong is wrong. Look, right is right and wrong is wrong. Now, like I said, from the history that I know, and I can't remember who it is that live in Salem, Massachusetts. But if I'm wrong, I hope they can come up and correct me. But what I always learned that a witch and a warlock know each other, and a
hell.
warlock goes after a witch. Now, a
Right.
witch go after a person, but a warlock go after a witch. So if he was a warlock at the end of the street and you jumped on the hood of the car and told the guy to drive and hit the dog because you saw there was a warlock, then that means that warlock was after you. So what were you doing? So that means if the warlock was after you, that means you were witch. That means that warlock is after you. So that means you get too powerful in something for that warlock to come for you. Now you didn't go spiritual with it. It didn't say the demon at the end of the street.
Right.
You went from demon to warlock.
It's just a damn mess.
And you know, as they say, the devil know the scriptures because he was God's number one angel.
That part.
So hey, and demon comes in every form. That's all I got to say. I ain't called a woman a demon. I just said they come in every form. You can take it, you can take it any way you want to take it.
I said on Dalton Francis, they had this picture up there with her on there, and I said she looked like the devil, the whole devil, like for real. Like I never seen the devil. I don't know what it looked like, but I can imagine from her face and what she looked like, that's what the devil looked like to me. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, she was Regina. Regina said, I was so lost when she was telling that story, not about what she was saying, but what did that have to do with you running for office? Well, that story really didn't have nothing to do with it. She was preaching to them. So she was trying to say that because she's doing for God, that warlock was coming after her. That's what that really had to do with it. But Regina, now all this other stuff that Miss Thing got in the closet. See, she didn't think nobody gonna open that closet door and all them skeletons were gonna fall out. And girl, do she have some skeletons? Mm, mm, mm. Girl, you ain't cleaned that closet out in a while. Mm, mm, mm. That closet is full of skeletons. You must have one of them walk-in closets. Because they won't one of them regular wall closets. That was a walk-in closet. All that stuff, all them aliens, all them different court cases. You got more court cases than Donald Trump. And I
Who?
thought Donald Trump had them.
Who?
Cassandra.
Cassandra?
Cassandra got more court cases almost as much as Donald Trump.
Coming up or this old stuff?
Old and some new.
Unbelievable.
Now, yeah,
Wow.
Miss Weeblebo. Look, Miss Weeblebo is believable.
Wow. That's crazy. That's
So,
crazy.
see, like I told her, stop pointing your finger. Stop pointing your finger, boo boo. Boo boo kitty. Stop pointing your finger. You got three fingers pointing back at you and the thumb.
Oh
My
yeah,
mother
see,
said,
people
stop
be
pointing your finger.
underestimating. People be underestimating the powers of the YouTube. YouTube will go into all your shit. When you was
Look,
saying
YouTube.
and you broke a toenail, like YouTube, you be like, what the
Look,
fuck?
this is what I call them. I call it, look, YouTube University and Google College.
Yes, man. You ain't never
If
learned.
you want to know anything, you got Google College and YouTube University. You want to know anything in depth and how to repair anything. Girl, when I had my car, I knew how to fix my own car. YouTube University.
And
I said, okay,
that's
this is what's going on with my car. Let me go Google. Look, let me go to YouTube. Oh, that's what I need to do. Okay, got a ride. Went and got my part from my car. Came back, and me and the guy worked on it and got the car fixed. And see, when I go to the automotive place, I know what to ask the people for because I went to YouTube University and they told me what I need to get and what point I need to get. So when I walked
exactly.
in there, I didn't look like a dummy.
I know that's
That's why I
right.
call it YouTube. If I want to find out anything about what's going on in life, I go to YouTube University. If I want to study the Bible better, I go on YouTube University. If I want to read an article, I go to Google College.
Google College. That is cute. I love it.
So that's what I do. So that's how I learn the stuff I learn. And I study and I read. And then what I don't understand for Google College, I go to YouTube University and bring it up there for somebody to break it down even more for me. So by the time I get through, I know what I'm talking about.
Right, right.
So how you think all these YouTubers are able to get all these court cases and they're able to dissect these court cases that little stank had? because they did their research.
All
And
the
if you
time.
think that so if you don't think that the YouTubers ain't gonna do their research after after you pointed your finger at them and insulted them and told them they need to get a life and get a job, then after you said that you was an entrepreneur, we were making you some money. Boo Boo Kitty, you were making us some money too.
All right, somebody calling my phone. I'm still watching it. I don't know if he's gonna cut me off or not.
Okay, thank you for coming on. So I just want to thank everybody for joining me. Thank you a lot. I just had to get it off my chest because I love my people in Dalton. I love them so much and they made me feel like a family. I love my YouTubers. I love you all like you love on me. And all those that came on that's new, hit the like, hit the share. If you felt that anything I said might inspired you or made you feel a little better, know a little more information than you do before, my cash app is in the banner. You know, just hit me up. Send me a donation. You don't have to be much. Look, I just do it because I care. I do it because I care for the content creators that accepted me in their circle, and and the Dalton family and the town Thornton Township family accepted me in their circle, along with everyone else. So we all a family. We need all come together. We can't let one snake. You see, if we let this rattlesnake keep rattling her tail, she's gonna eventually strike. So we need to cut this little rattlesnake down, and so she'll start rattling that tail, and she can go and sit down somewhere or get in under some rock and cool off. So this is what I had to say tonight. Again, if you like it, join me again. You would hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can stay on top of when I do come on. I'm sorry I was late today. StreamYard didn't want to work with me. They kept saying I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it on that browser, so I had to come out of that browser, upload the other browser, do all that I need to do to get that browser to come up, then download StreamYard on that one, and then get to go live. So now that I got it on this one, I'm not going to have any more problems coming on, and you'll get to see my introduction and everything. But again, thank you so much tonight. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening to me rant. Yeah, sometimes we all got to do a little ranting, but it's not really that I'm ranting her down so much, and I probably am, because I'm gonna be transparent. If I did, okay. But the reason I was saying all this stuff because I want her to get it in her little warped brain that you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. So you can't go around and keep pointing your fingers at people and downing people and talking bad about people and I said, this is my girlfriend gave me this philosophy and I've been using it ever since she gave it to me. She said adults make adult decisions and sometimes they have to deal with adult consequences. And right now, Boo Boo Kitty, you're dealing with adult consequences because you came out here and made an adult decision to disrespect people, and now you're getting the adult consequences. So either take it or leave it. And if you don't like what we say, then stop trolling us. As you said, don't be. If you don't like what I said, then keep on strolling. Well, if you don't like what this YouTube is saying, then you keep on strolling. Find one that will tickle your fancy. And if you don't like what we putting on Dalton politics, then you keep on strolling somewhere else and stop strolling to them. They speak in their mind, and it's called freedom of speech. Um, Also, think about that. Just think about it. I need to learn freedom of speech. And really, I don't think anybody really want to get in your space. You're not worth it. You're not worth the space. But all I'm warning you is this is a warning. What you do in the dark, okay, you took down your videos and you think nobody's going to see them. But the problem is, it's out there in the clouds, boo boo. And what you record live, going to stay live. That's why you got to be careful what you say out there in the cyber world, because it can come back to bite you. And a lot of things that come back and bit you. And if you keep going the way you're going to get a real big bite. Because somebody's going to get tired of the threat. And then they're going to see you in court. Like they saw Tip Tip in court. So you might want to think about that the next time you want to go live and vent yourself to disrespect people, and don't think that you're going to get the repercussions of it. And for anybody else, that's how it goes. You make an adult decision, then you deal with the adult consequences. You made an adult decision to tell, to get on somebody's phone and tell them don't get it twisted. You a smacker hoe. After they told you they were live. Then you got on live and called the lady's name out and talked about her again. That's a double threat. You know that is against the law. Now, that person that you sit back and say you're going to call your lawyer and authorities on, they didn't threaten you. They just put out there your information. Now, they can take it down. You might get a might get a little chunk change. Might. But you threatened somebody. And then you got on your live and mentioned their name. Now think about that adult's decision for that. And think about what your consequences might just be. And I'm going to let you marinate on that for a while. So you be in the bushes, looking at everybody, listening to what they're saying about you, wondering what they're saying about you. So you get on your little live feed and fuss everybody out and point your finger on the video and tell them, y'all, they got nothing else to do. Y'all need to get a life. Y'all need to get a job. Y'all need to do this. Well, like you told us, we're entrepreneurs too. This is our job. Now, all of us want it for monetary reasons. Some of us want it because we feel alive. And this is part of our creative ways of surviving in the world. But we're not to a point that we're all bit out of shape and mad like you are. Some bent, they might be mad for a moment, but then if you check the page again, they are laughing and joking and talking and having a good time. Everybody have that moment. I have that moment. Well, I don't want to be bothered with nobody. Don't want nobody to call me. I don't want to call them. Don't want to talk to nobody. We all have that moment. We human. But honey, yours is all the damn time. I'll be like, when are you going to turn this switch off? Then I thought about it. Only way you're going to turn that switch off is then when you deal with the repercussions of your decisions. So, all I can say is I'm going to call it tonight. I thank everybody that joined me, all those that watch, all of those that's going to watch the rewind. If you do, hit them likes and subscribe after you review my video. I didn't have no pictures this time, like I said. I had everything set up to go live with the other one. So all my videos was not, I can't bring over to the other one because I was trying to get on so I wouldn't be so late addressing you all and talking to you all. So the next time, now that I found out the browser that I could use, I have everything more. So we could talk a little more about, Casandra, because it's coming up I think it's April the 1st, April the 2nd. I know the 17th they start voting. Early voting start. I think it's the 17th if I'm correct. So early voting, and then we'll finally find out the beginning of April, how it goes with you and Jason. But me, yes, I'm a Jason Clean House 2025 all the way live. I don't care if you don't watch my show no more. I'm gonna still be for them because right now they getting some business done. This last meeting, if you had stayed, Miss Cassandra, you would have seen them conduct business. They was not arguing. They was not fussing. They conducted business. And if you came to some of the meetings, then you would know more than what you do know. Then you know more about your community. And sometimes there's going to be arguments in meetings. I mean, come on. There are arguments in the office. And I know you work so, and I know you work. Look, you was in the military, and I know they want all roses, sweet roses in the military. Because I know there's some sergeants, colonels, all of them argue. Even some of you, look, staff sergeants, whatever. You was in the Navy, so I know some of y'all were arguing sitting on that darn boat. You gonna tell me y'all been on them boats 3 to 4 to 5 years? I mean months. And nobody argued. Nobody got smart with one another. No one. And then you get here, you can't stand arguing. When did that happen? But then again, I forgot. You only been there active duty 4 years, reserve 2. Somewhere 4 of them got lost. Maybe you were them 4 years you were still on the boat. That might have been what happened. Them 4 years you were still on the boat, and then you didn't know if you were active or reserved. Okay, that's where the 10 years at came up. Okay, I got it now. You 10 years on the flyer, but you were 6 years in front of Regina. So the 4 years that are missing, you were still on the boat. You didn't know you're supposed to get off the boat. Okay, I got it now. Anyway, so so don't come acting brand new. Don't act like you all better than everybody else. And then you say you don't like a whole lot of arguing. Where boo boo kitty, you would be arguing if you was on if somebody was on there live with you. That you be arguing with them. You was arguing on Martin's show. You were talking over everybody and arguing then. So you ain't no better than what they were going through with Tiffany. So boo boo kitty, please go sit down and stop running your damn mouth and acting like you all brand new and you better than everybody else. Everybody see right through you now. See right through you. Not at you. We see through you. We see all your little secrets. You trying to get kickback. And you want to talk about them. And you just as crooked as they are. You were trying to get flip houses so you get a kickback. And you figured if you became a mayor and you could find out all, cause remember you said you want to see the books. First thing you would do is sit down and look at the books. Not greet the people, get to know them more, get to hear what their problems are, what things that you might want to do. First thing you did was say, I'm going in there and look at the books. Oh, so when I found out about saw the houses and heard you say that you want to get in there, and the first thing you're going to do is open the books. You opening the book to find out how much all them houses are worth, because you probably wrote them all down. Then you're going to go and tell your business investors, which is real estate investors, how much each house is and how much the taxes is on them and how much the property is worth. Then you get it. They're going to purchase the house, flip the house, and you get your kickback. But you didn't think we're going to figure that out, right? That's why you don't really have no plan about what you're going to do for Dalton, because there's really nothing to help do for Dalton. It's what helps for you. That's why everybody kept asking you, what's your platform? What's your plan? And you just talked all around it. Never one time did you say what your plan was to benefit Dalton, because there was no plan to benefit Dalton. It was one plan to benefit your pocket. So you can walk around here and act like you're a real estate mongo. Well, boo boo kitty, if any of the Dalton people that I know that know me, or the ones of YouTubers that know me, hear this, they let some of their Dalton family or some of their Dalton friends hear what I said and they think about it. Your plan might went out the window. So good luck with that. And with me saying that, I love you all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'm glad you joined me. I will give out a notification again. All those that came in, thank you for coming. All those that's new, thank you. All those that going to do the repeat or the rewind or the review, please hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you know all the times when I come on. Like I said, I'm gonna bring it live and remote. Like Martin said, live and remote. I'm gonna bring it to you as it is. And today I had to let you know how it was. I just got tired of everybody guessing what's her plan, what's going. No, that's her plan. She wants to make sure everybody is so upset that they're not gonna see her going in and trying to dip in the cookie jar. While everybody's fussing and angry and talking to each other and mad at her and everything else, she figured that she'd slide in and get into the cookie jar. Well, as you say, as long as you around, as long as I'm around and all the other YouTubers are around, that ain't gonna happen. So again, you might want to think about your adult decisions before you deal with your adult consequences. So on that note, I'm going to say good night, everybody. Again, thank you for joining me. Love you more. There will be more to report, guarantee you. And I'm going to have more tea and more facts because I always come with the facts. Talk to you then. Love you. Have a good night.